Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Peace. Tap in, tap in, tap, 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 tap. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all share. Going over some very important information today. Make sure y'all share. All right. Going over the importance of knowing your rights. Okay. We're going over the importance of knowing your rights. All right. Make sure y'all share. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's feeling great. Feeling good, feeling great. How are you? All right. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. All right. Sharing is caring. All right. Now, let me ask y'all a question. All right, everybody that is in here, comment 8 if you have bills. All right, comment 8 if you have bills. Get straight into it. Get straight into it. Comment 8 if you have bills. Comment 8 if you have bills. Any bill, light bill, car note, mortgage, rent, cell phone, child support. Comment 8. All right. Now, for those that have bills, okay, I want you to comment 7. All right. If those bills was created based off of your application. Let me ask that question again. All right. I want you to, well, it's not a question, statement. I want you to comment 7 if all those bills that you have, okay, were opened up using an application. Meaning, did you give an application for that account for you to receive that bill? All right, comment 7. Make sure y'all share this to somebody you know that's trapping. Share this to somebody that you know that is working. It's the same thing, but what is that? Okay. All right, okay. All right. All right, okay. Now, you understand that you gave an application. Now, I want y'all to comment 6. Yes, online applications count. I want you to comment 6 if, all right, those applications had your social security on it. I want you to comment 6 if your application included your social security number. All right, because we got to make sure we all on the same page. All right. All right, we got to make sure we all on the same page. 6, if that application that you submitted to receive that account in which you receive bills, did that application contain a social security number? If so, I want you to comment 6. All right. I also want you to share this live with somebody that you know that's working the job. Okay. Okay. All right, now, comment 5 if you have another device that you can follow me along with. Comment 5 if you have another device. All right, because I'm about to start going off my second device. Y'all let me know if you have a second device because I need y'all to follow along with me. Hold on right fast. Was this it? One second, family. All right. So go ahead and pull those up for me, y'all. I want y'all to go to, I'm on Google right now. All right. Just type in Consumer Bill of Rights. Consumer Bill of Rights. One moment. Let's see which one to click on. All right, because I want to make sure that we have because there's more than this, just these. All right, let's go to Alabama. Type in Consumer Bill of Rights, Alabama. Now, of course, I understand all y'all don't live in Alabama, okay? I know a lot of y'all don't live in Alabama. All right, but I'm using Alabama's. Now, you can look at your state's consumer rights as well. All right, but I'm going to go off of Alabama because I was reading Alabama. I was like, damn. All right, they kind of blatantly telling you exactly what your rights is and also what your responsibilities are as a consumer. All right, so give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't feel like doing split screen. All right, so let me know if y'all pull up. All right, it really doesn't matter, okay? I'm on Alabama Consumer Bill of Rights, 1995. All right, y'all can look at y'all states if you want to. I'm reading the Alabama one, okay? Now, why am I reading this? All right, for those that's just coming in, all right, the question was, do you have any bills? All right, if you have any bills, the next question was, all right, was those bills or that account, was it opened up using an application? Because if so, all right, did that application contain a social? Because if it did, that lets you know this is a consumer credit transaction. All right, let me say that again. A consumer credit transaction. We need to understand what a consumer credit transaction is. All right, again, this is for child support, mortgages, rents, car notes, credit cards, okay, traffic tickets. What else? Student loans, any bill that you can think of. All right, if there was an application submitted, if that application contains your social, all right, my friend, that is a consumer credit transaction. All right, whenever you identify those key elements, I want you to get happy. All right, because you just did business on behalf of your consumer. All right, now stay with me. Every time we enter any transaction, meaning as soon as we submit an application, that is what we call a consumer credit transaction. All right. Now, remember, y'all, what is the purpose of having a social security? Do anybody know what the purpose of an estate is? An estate is what collects all of your securities, all your credit that you've accumulated through your lifetime. All right, it all goes to your estate. So for everybody that's asking, oh, what about an application I did 10 years ago? All right, understand that those credits have already been transferred to your estate. Okay, now you have to do the expression. All right, you got to do the expression. Always remember that no matter what you did, always since birth, every single credit that you have accumulated, all right, is owed to your estate. All right, but let me keep it basic. Okay, so understand, every time you submit an application, that is a consumer credit transaction. It is not a loan. Consumer credit. Y'all remember when we was in school when teacher gave you extra credit? What happens if you don't get any credit? How can you pass? Now, if I give you credit, you pass. So if this is a consumer credit transaction, my consumer should be able to pass because my consumer has credit. Okay? So understand, whatever I use, no matter what application, if I gave them my government name is the consumer that I am using. It's like this is a game, if you will. All right, look at it like a game of economy, like an economical game. All right, you need to have a character to play this economical game. All right, my character is my government name. Your character is your government name. Every time you go do business, you give your government name. The government name is the citizen. The government name is the consumer. All right, do you understand that? All right, comment 8 if that makes sense. Comment 7 if you still kind of lost a little bit. Well, I don't call straw man. I haven't read no law where it said straw man. I like to say things like principle, person, right. Yep. Okay. This makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So you need to understand what are the basic consumer rights. Remember, who is the consumer? The consumer is the government name. The government name is also the principal to the account. So anytime you call the bank and they be like, hey, your principal balance is $500.56. They're literally saying, hey, your government name's balance is $500.45. However, okay, understand they're talking about principal, not principal. All right, PAL, not PIL. Oh, my bad, PLE. All right, principles. We're not talking about morals principles. We're talking about a master of a school principle. Okay. All right, yeah, I say words that they use in court. All right, I say things like the principal. I say things like the controlled interest party. The controlled interest party is the majority owner of that account. Okay, who's the majority owner of the account? The principal. Who controls the principal? The agents. All right, I'm the agent for my principal. I got to do all the tasks for my principal, okay, because my principal is a non-living entity. It's a fictitious entity. All right, it's meaning it's not real. It's not alive. Okay, and the only way it can be used if a live, living man or woman goes and does business on behalf of that government name. All right, so I pulled up basic consumer rights because now that we know that we're operating on behalf of consumer, now we need to know what our consumer can do. We need to know the responsibilities of our consumer. All right, so I'm at Alabama's basic consumer rights. I'm at Alabama Consumer Bill of Rights of 1995. So this is back in 95. I'll try to find a more up-to-date one too. All right. So it says a consumer of mental health services have the same general rights as other citizens of Alabama. These rights include, but are not limited to, the following: the right to exercise rights as a citizen of the United States and the state of Alabama. Okay. Number 2, the right to be served through general services available to all citizens. All right. The right to choose to live, work, be educated, and recreate with persons who do not have disabilities. Now, wait a minute. Let me read that part again. So it says the right to be, it says the right to choose to live. And then it says, comma. Did y'all know we have a choice to live? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know we have a right to live? Comment 8 right now if you think life is a privilege. Comment 8. Comment 8 if you think life is a privilege. Come on, I know somebody feels like life's a privilege. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. Comment 8 if you feel like life is a privilege. Because it says here, you have a right to choose to live. So right here it says I have the right to live. But y'all are telling me life is a privilege. I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, well, you could be gone tomorrow. I'm going to be here tomorrow, family. And then people try to do the whole, well, you don't know that. You could not wake up tomorrow. Be thankful. And it's like, yo, listen. We got to stop the nerves and the scariness. I have a right to live. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to wake up tomorrow. Let's keep reading. So it says the right to choose to live, comma, work. So wait a minute. We have a choice to work. Comment 9 if you work. Comment 9 if you work. Because I got a part 2 question to that. Comment 9 if you work. Okay, because I'm about to read something to you. Because it says you have a right to choose to work. How many of y'all feel like you have to work? Well, let's say before you knew this information, how many of y'all feel like you had to work? I know I feel like I had to work before I learned this information. I felt like I had to. I was like, if I don't get a job and I can't pay my bills, I can't keep food on the table. All right. Right now, I'm reading from the Alabama's Consumer Bill of Rights, but you can read from your state's Bill of Rights. Consumer Bill of Rights. So if you live in North Carolina, I'm typing in North Carolina Bill of Rights. Okay. So it says you got the right to choose to live. All right. You got the right to work. You got the right to be educated. All right. And it says you have the right to recreate with persons who do not have disabilities. I'm just flabbergasted why they even added that in there. Okay. But let's keep going. All right, it says the right to be presumed competent until a court of competent jurisdiction abiding by statutory and constitutional provisions determine otherwise. Wait a minute. I'm starting to like Alabama. Comment 5 if you live in Alabama right now. Tag somebody that you know live in Alabama. And again, I'm reading Alabama's again. You could read yours. I'm sure yours say something along the lines of this. All right, but it says here, you have the right to be presumed competent. Do y'all not know how powerful that is? Meaning they have to assume, meaning this is what they're talking about. Let me break it down. My bad, y'all. So this is what they're saying. All right, meaning when I go and do business, okay, the corporation has to assume that I'm competent. That's why it's so important to know what's going on, family. Okay, because if I'm in Alabama and I got a car that I've been paying a note on, mortgage that I've been paying monthly on, and then I start reading contract law and I start reading Alabama's Bill of Rights saying that I have the right to presume to be competent. So if I go to my car or my the financial institution that's sending me the car note, if I express to them that I have capacity to contract and I want to use my principal's balance to transfer to my principal's account for set off, and if they hit me with some janky, like, you can't do that, that's not how it's done. All right, they're literally treating me like I'm incompetent. Do y'all understand? Now, I can't just go say words like, hey, I want to transfer I have to actually know why I can do this, okay? I know I can transfer this principal balance due to the fact that the Federal Reserve Section 16 say I can. The Bill of Exchange Act says I can, okay? And the Banking Act Title 12 says that the banks are supposed to pay interest. So I already know from doing my due diligence that I already know that I can transfer my principal's balance, all right, because I'm acting on behalf of the principal because I'm the agent. Okay, so let's keep going. So that right here, they already let me know I have to presume to be competent. That means competent of contracting. I know they didn't say it, but they're talking about competent when it comes to contracting. Because if you're not competent when it comes to contracting and they ask you, are you under the influence? Are you age of 18? And we be like, yes, I'm 18. No, I'm not under the influence. That's basically saying I'm competent to contract. So wherever goes on after this, I'm aware. So that's why they say only an insane person would sign a contract that they didn't read, and only an insane person would agree to a contract that they don't understand. All right. So how many of us sign contract that we did not read? And how many of us sign contracts that we do not understand? So just use that small bit of piece of information right there. Now look at your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is the prime result of you reading or not reading. I remember when I didn't read no contracts, I didn't know nothing about my basic consumer rights. I thought I had the right to go make some money down at the warehouse. Okay? It's insanity, okay? So when I actually started reading, I stopped thinking that I needed this warehouse so much, okay? I started reading, I was like, damn, I don't even got to worry about that. And I was looking for a way out. All right? Let's keep reading. And they said the only way you can be called incompetent is if, it says here, the right to be presumed competent until a court of competent jurisdiction, abiding by statutory or constitutional provisions, determines otherwise. Meaning, unless a court says, Jim Smith, you are incompetent. Unless they say, Lisa Turner, you are incompetent. Unless a court has said that, I want everybody to listen to me and listening to me carefully. All right? They have to presume that you are competent. They have to presume that you know what's going on, even though we know you don't know what's going on. Here comes the whole, you could actually fake it to make it. All right? Yes. If you had a good gift of gab, meaning if you had a way of being confident when you speak, you can actually trick them in thinking you know more than what you know. Y'all, how y'all think I got Remedy the very first time I got Remedy? I didn't know what I was doing. But I was applying so much pressure. And I was saying things like, if y'all don't do this, I'm going to bring the IRS in. All right, I'm bringing the SEC. You know, I was saying all the right things, but I didn't actually know how to. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now you should be informed. But I'm saying when you're going forth to talking to these people, you don't want to know you don't know anything. All right, you also don't want to do too much. You want to stay right in that gray area. Not say too much, not say too little. Short and sweet, right to the punch. All right, let's keep going. All right, so it says you got the right to vote and otherwise participate in the political process. It says you got the right to free exercise of religion. I said the right to own and possess real and personal property. Nothing in this section shall affect existing laws pertaining to conveyance or real or personal property. It says the right to make contracts. Oh, I might go get me a spot in Alabama. Oh, man, I might go get me a spot in Alabama. It says the right to make contracts. So if I'm in Alabama and number 4 says they must presume that I'm competent, I'm going to go to a dealership, pick out the car that I want, not the car that I need, the car that I want. I might have 5 babies. I might go get a damn convertible, even though I know I need a minivan or SUV. All right, but I'm going to go get what I want because I know I can go get a minivan later on. Okay, forget them kids. All right, it says the right to make contracts, meaning I can go down to the dealership, all right, and literally say, hey, I would like to enter a consumer credit transaction. Now, I need to understand, are y'all under the truth in lending before I proceed? They're going to say yes. I'm going to say, good. All right. I knew I came to the right place. I'm going to say, hey, can we go to the office and have a sit down and talk about what's going on? I already know the car I want. I already know how I'm trying to do this. I'm not trying to waste any of your time. I'm not trying to waste any of my time because I know time is money. All right. So I have a question. Okay. Now, I see that car out there. I want it. All right. And I'm trying to do this business deal, persuading to the Federal Reserve Act, persuading to truth in lending, and persuading to the Alabama Consumer Bill of Rights of 1995. Okay? Because I want a car today. All right? And I understand. Okay? I want to go ahead and opt out. Okay? I want to opt out of putting a down payment down. Okay? Because I know I have the right to not have to put. Now, I know I can put one if I want to volunteer. All right, but I want to go ahead and beat you to the punch. I don't want to put down a down payment. All right, because down payments aren't really that conducive to me. All right, and I understand that you may need to put a down payment down on paper to make the bank say yes. But I'm here to let you know, persuading to the Alabama Bill of Rights, I got the right to contract. All right, so with that being said, this isn't a threat or anything, but we can do this the easy way. We can do this the hard way. I'm prepared for both. Okay? Now, you don't got to say those words at the end. Now, you can, be cordial. Just keep on building. Or you can go straight to the point. All right, now we're reading. Y'all can see I'm not making none of this up. Again, if you want to know exactly what I'm reading, I'm at mh.alabama.gov. Okay? So it says, I have the right to contract. But hold on, before that, go all the way back up top. It says the right to exercise rights as a citizen. So meaning, if I got the right to contract, all right, and I control the citizen, I can do business on behalf of that citizen. Okay? I know people ask me about changing my status. Do it say anything about changing status? Man, who just asked? I am Dane family. They just told me I have the right to be presumed competent. What status do I need to correct? Okay? Now, I'm not getting on you, brother, but that's for everybody that thinks, well, do I got to correct my status? Have you read that anywhere? Y'all, the last person that told y'all you need to correct your status, can y'all ask them where did they read that at? Because it says here, the Alabama Consumer Bill of Rights of 1995, number 4, it says, I have the right to be presumed as competent until I just lost my train of thought where I'm at. Until a court of competent jurisdiction abiding by statutory or constitutional provisions determines otherwise. Yeah, so your corrected status starts here, meaning how do you view yourself? All right, always remember that, y'all. Always remember that. Okay, let's keep going. All right, it says the right to make contracts. Number 9, it says the right to obtain a driver license on the same basis as other citizens. The right to obtain a driver's license. Now, that's my first time seeing something like that. It's basically saying you have the right to do business. But wait a minute. It says you have the right to a driver's license. So what happens if I don't want a driver's license? Can I still travel on the public roads? The right to have a driver's license. It could go something like this, talking to the officer. I would say, where's your license? Well, officer, I understand. I'm in Alabama. I got the basic consumer rights. I have the right to have a driver's license, but I opted out of that right. What y'all think the police officers are going to say? They're going to be like, well, sir, in the state of Alabama, you must have a license. Well, not necessarily, because it says Alabama Consumer Bill of Rights of 1995. It says that that I have the right to obtain a driver's license. I choose not to exercise that right. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You got to have the gift of gab. Y'all be sitting there, be scared, be breathing hard. Okay, officer asks you where you going, you nervous. Yeah, I don't know who said rights is a privilege. I don't know who said that, but that's the word privilege is nowhere on here. Okay? It says I have the right to obtain a license on the same basis as other citizens. It says number 10, the right to social interaction with members of either sex. Number 11, the right to marry and divorce. 12, the right to be paid the value of work performed. The right to be paid the value of the work. I know some of y'all are thinking about, yeah, because if I'm supposed to make $20 an hour, I should get $20 an hour. Let's think deeper, family. If I perform $100,000 note, how much should be credited to my account? And it just said the right to be paid the value of work performed. If I'm an agent for my principal and I perform $100,000 note and I transfer I make the debt into a credit by transferring that 100,000 to the principal's account, how much should I be paid? 100,000. Y'all see how you can read that and think so simple? Like, oh yeah, they talk about a job. When you do a job, you're supposed to get paid. Yeah. Family, Congress is speaking through competent lenses right now. Yes, you have the right to work, but they're not basing everything they're talking about off a job. You see what I'm saying? Because performance can be based off contract. Okay, a fully executed contract. Okay, so you got to understand. But again, I can look at it like that because I've been reading. Okay, I can see it like that because I've been reading. Now, before I was reading, I would have read that like, oh, well, they talking about jobs. Duh, I wish somebody would not pay me my work. Well, I'll beat somebody. Yeah, you're going to be thinking about it like that. Not understand, they're talking about contracts. Like, meaning when you enter a contract, if you do your performance, all right, because that's how you're supposed to be endorsing your bills, by way of performance. Okay, that's what it is. All right, just think about a professional basketball player or a football player. You get paid based off performance. Long as you perform, you get paid. And I might even throw some incentives in there for you. Meaning if you get 100 triple doubles, we'll throw an extra $2 million. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to look at y'all contract that you have with your mortgage. Look at that like an NBA contract. Meaning you going to get paid based off your performance. Meaning if you ain't doing nothing, you going to pay. All right, that's how I look at all my contracts that I'm in. Man, I got to be the best player ever. I got to perform. I got to show them I can dunk. I can show them I can. Will Magic Johnson, I got to do all that. I can show them I can pass. I can show them I can be like Giannis Antetokounmpo, brother. Be the best cheerleader on the bench. Okay, I got to show them I can do it all. I can do all hats. Ask the agent. I got to be the most valuable agent award. Okay, because my principle is the only thing that matters. Most valuable principle. Okay? All right? I have to perform. I got to receive these bills. I got to add my letters to them. I got to instruct them what to do with the bill when I send it back to them, because I can't just send them a bill saying accepted and, hey, this is by me, for me. No, I got to give them instructions like, hey, I know I haven't been doing business like this before, but I'm coming forth as the agent here on behalf of the principal. As you can see in my Exhibit 1, that my power of attorney is filled out. Okay, I am in control of the principal's interest and the principal's account balance. With that being said, nice to meet you. All right, but I do have some instructions for you, CFO, or who may be concerned. Okay, because notice the agent is notice for principal. Okay, so when I send over these instructions, I'm giving them 5 business days. I'm not caring if they respond or if they do respond. Y'all be holding your hands together. Please out there, I don't give a damn if they respond or not, because I already know what I'm going to do. I already know what I'm going to do. My second, meaning I'm counting the days, 5 business. Okay, boom. Sending my second letter out. All right, this is my notice to claim interest first attempt. I'm going to give them 5 business days. All right. If they don't say nothing to that 5 business days, now I'm at 10 business days, I'm going to send them another letter. I'm going to say the same damn letter, but I'm going to reference, say, hey, this is in reference from the previous 2 letters I sent. All right. This is opportunity to cure the defect, because right now I am receiving an inconvenience. All right. And you need to understand, as a citizen, all right, we are not supposed to be inconvened. Okay. Any inconvenience. All right, we have the right to redress. All right, that's the beautiful power of the Sesticate Vi Act of 1666. I remember when I didn't know nothing, y'all. I thought 666 was the devil. All them folks that had me scared, and oh my God. All right, not knowing the powers of numbers. The universe talks in numbers. All right, so the Sesticate Vi Act of 1666, Sesticate means in Latin, he who lives. So if you actually look at that act by itself, it should be called the He Who Lives Act. Because that's how I read it. It said the He Who Lives Act. But it says the Necessitate by Act. But when I read it and it says the He Who Lives Act. Meaning, for you to live, you need to understand these things. Because if you don't do anything on behalf of your estate, they're going to assume that you're dead. Just like they got to presume that we're competent. If we don't say anything for 7 years, they basically count us as naturally dead. But don't believe me. Go read the Necessitate by Act of 1666. Okay, it's 3 paragraphs. It's not long at all. It is written like Shakespeare. Again, it was written back in 1666. So again, their terminologies and how they articulated things is totally different. Okay, but when you really read that and kind of understand, it's still in play today. Okay, because if you don't say anything, if you don't claim any of your accounts, all right, and you just keep working on the pension, keep working on whatever it is you're working on, you're not doing what you're supposed to do on behalf of your estate, my friend, you are basically been counted as naturally dead ever since you was 25 years old. Anybody that is over the age of 25 right now, family, right now on the books, you're dead. All right, right now I'm speaking to dead people right now. All right, this is the Walking Dead. All right, now again, you can get all hocus pocus and scary all you want to. It's facts. You are counted as naturally dead in business because you're not doing anything that has anything to do with benefiting your estate. You're working. You're paying bills. You're going against your estate's benefits. Okay? You have to know your benefits. So again, for anybody that's over the age of 25, because it starts at the age of 18. When we turn 18, we were supposed to take over the duties of our estate. I know that's a young age, but again, that's actually not in a young age. We've been thinking 18 is young. All right, because we've been really babying a lot of our 18-year-olds. Okay, at the age of 18, you're a man. You're a grown woman. From the age of 18, you're supposed to be taking over your executive duties for your estate. All right, now when you don't say anything, and y'all can fact check me by going to the Necessitate by Act of 1666. I believe this is part 2. It literally says, if you don't say nothing for 7 years, from the age of 18 to the age of 25, you are counted as naturally dead. Go read it for yourself. Somebody right now say, I ain't dead. Yes, you are, my friend. All right? You don't exist right now. All right? Now, you can come back and reclaim. It's just like being suspended from a school. You have to get reinstated. You've been suspended for so long that they thought you were dead. So when you come back into school, they're like, what in the world? Who is this? We thought you was dead, bro. We thought you was lost at sea, man. Man, you've been gone for 20 years. We just been holding all your interest and all your, man, we've been partying. Come on in, man. Oh, damn, we thought you was dead, bro. Yeah, that's why you can't really rent. Well, you can rent, Carl. You really can't do much until you're 25. Yeah. For sure. Okay. Now let's keep going. All right. So it says the right to be paid value of work performed. We already went over that. It says the right to exercise rights without reprisal. It says in additional, the right of consumer of mental health services within inpatient, residential, or outpatient settings include, but are not limited to the following: the right to access individuals' mental health services, the right to participate in the treatment planning. Okay, let's talk about, let me keep going. Let me keep going. All right, the right to be informed of the means for assessing advocates, rights protection. Okay. All right, this is more talk about medical. Let me go to another one. All right, that was Alabama. Let me just type in United States Consumer Bill of Rights. All right. So I just typed in United States Consumer Bill of Rights. All right, All right, so let me read it. All right, Consumer Bill of Rights. All right, we keep these consumer rights in mind when making decisions and working to improve consumer rights and protection. It says, what are consumer rights? All right, it says the concept of professional regulation serving the public's interest. Whenever y'all hear words like public interest, all right, whenever they make words like, hey, this is against public's interest, what do y'all think they're talking about? They're saying it. And one thing I learned, y'all, like, there is no subliminals. Ain't nothing being hidden. They literally tell us, hey, this is going against public's interest. Who is the public? The consumers. You see what I'm saying? So when they say the public's interest, all right, meaning does this go against the public's interest? Meaning our individual interest, is it affected? Because if it is, then it's unconstitutional. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so it said, this was introduced by John F. Kennedy in 1962. It says the right to safety. All right, these are some of the rights as well. You have the right to safety. All right, to be protected against the marketing of products and services that are hazardous to health or to life. All right, now let me ask y'all a question. Now, when they say health or life, do y'all think they're talking about physical? Or could they also be talking about in business as well? Think about it. If I go forth to exercise a right and I get violated, I've just been attacked, family. I'm not healthy. I'm harmed. I've taken an inconvenience. Okay, think about it. You see how you got to get creative. Because if you'll read that like, oh, they just talking about hazardous. Well, you know, how is my car no hazardous? And I be trying to tell people like, do you know what's going on? Because once you know what's going on, if it matters to you, okay, you're facing life or death situation. Let me explain. Let's say I have a car and I go forth and explain to them that I have the right to transfer the principal's balance. All right. And I let them know that this way of business will be beneficial to me and beneficial to them because the account will be set off. Now, if they say, no, we don't want to do that, I can say things like, okay, well, the way that you want me to do things is hazardous to me. You want me to go out and work a job that's harmful on my body, my mental, my soul. Okay? When it will be way easier for me to transfer the balance over to the account and get it set off. Why do you want me to work twice as hard when there's rights that I can use to get this balance taken care of? All right. Now, are you admitting that you do not want to do it the way I'm trying to do it as the owner? All right. Because the way you're trying to do it is, I can see how it would be hazardous to me. Y'all got to use these words. Okay. Y'all got to be able to because the words that y'all using are not hitting home. You can't just be like, violation. You got to be like, yo, this way of doing things, you know, it's a hazardous. It's hazardous to me. Okay, this is an inconvenience. This is really inconveniencing my life right now. You know, I'm trying to get the bill performed. You're saying no. You're saying the only way you don't take it this way, but this is the easiest way for me. And as the owner, why wouldn't I take the easiest approach to accept my own damn money? Okay, you put me in danger. What if I can't keep this up? I can't, the way that you're asking me I can't keep this up. I don't have the mental fortitude, all right, to keep this up. This is unsafe for my mental. Okay, I'm missing time with my family. Now, you ain't got to go all into that, but I'm just trying to paint the picture for y'all. Okay, I'm just painting the picture for y'all, all right, because y'all aren't showing that you're being harmed. Y'all just be saying stuff like, I want my money back. Give me my money back. No, fam, you guys to be intelligent in how you're going to get your money back, or even how to get your money transferred. Okay? So let's keep going. All right, so we have the right to safety, meaning safety in a contract, meaning I'm going to do the safe route. And the safest route is for me to perform this by way of endorsement. All right. So next right. All right. So the right to be informed. How many of y'all actually go in there and ask questions? Did y'all know you have a right to be informed? Meaning you can go in there and sit down and just talk to these people. Ask questions. Bring you some snacks and refreshments. Go up to the dealership. Sit down. All right. Because you're going to be there for a moment. All right. All right. It says to be informed. It says to be protected against fraudulent, deceitful, or grossly misleading information. Advertising, labeling, or other practices, and to be given the facts needed to make informed choices. Now, why did Congress say grossly misleading information? Because it's gross to have an investor come into your establishment and you convince that investor that they're a borrower. That's gross. That's some nasty work. Disgusting. Downright atrocious. Think about it. Think about having all the money, paying for something, and then turn around and being convinced that you got to pay for it again. Disgusting. Atrocious. Egregious. Okay? How many times have you seen somebody advertising a down payment? How many? Somebody says some dealerships don't know what truth filling is. Who's going to be the pioneer to teach those dealerships a lesson? Is it going to be you, Divine Awakening? Is you going to be the pioneer to go in there and be the first? Y'all know Soulja Boy be like, I was the first one to do this. Are you going to be the pioneer? Or are we going to be the ones that, well, I went to the dealership, they said they don't know anything about truthful lending, so I left. Which one you going to do? Let's keep on. All right, says, the right to choose. How many of y'all have went to a car dealership and you wanted that Mustang, you wanted that Mercedes, but you left in a Hyundai Sonata? Did you choose or did the dealership choose? Imagine this. Imagine me having a dealership. You come and apply for a car that's $100,000. Remember, your application is worth $100,000. I take your application and I say, nah, Hyundai Sonata for you. By the way, this Hyundai Sonata is only $20,000. What happened to the $80,000? What happened to it? We don't know. Where? Hey, I wanted this. They said then we say things like, well, they said my credit wasn't good enough, so they went ahead and put me into a, something's better than nothing. When you start saying all this humble stuff, well, at least I got something. Something's better than nothing. Think about it. Now, let me take it a little further. Remember, it says we have the right to choose. Imagine choosing a car and leaving with nothing. Once I started to see what was going on, because it's like smoking weed and buying weed from a person that that don't got good weed, and you just keep going back to him. You can't be mad at nobody, right? He had trash the first time you got something from him. He had the trash bag the second time you went to him. he might have that trash bag the third time you go to him. So you can't be mad. All right, so I stopped getting mad. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm the one that's giving them this. I'm just giving them applications. I ain't standing on nothing. I can't be mad at these dealerships. Because if I was an evil person and I knew what was going on, I'd have me 50 dealerships up. Man, take all these people money. You mean to tell me we get credited regardless? You mean to tell me I can sell the same bag 3 times? Imagine you selling the same pound. Better yet, some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. Have you ever sent your money to somebody to get some marijuana and then they run off with your money? That's basically what's happening. Now imagine being the person that's running off with the money. Now imagine you got the farm, right? People are sending you money for a pound, right? One person send money, you don't send a pound to them. All right? You block their number. Next person sends some money for a pound, you block them again. All right? Now you just got paid twice for a pound you haven't even sold yet. That's what's going on, family. We're going to dealerships, giving these corporations applications and leaving with nothing. We're paying stuff and leaving. Man. So I was happy when I learned this information, and that's why my filter isn't like that much filter like everybody else, because I started seeing, forget folks' feelings. Like, one thing I don't care about at all is people's feelings. Well, I should say uninformed people's feelings, because a lot of uninformed people's feelings are not real. Okay? What I mean by that is a lot of times when we're uninformed, we judge things. Okay? We look at things wrong. We have the wrong intel. We have the wrong decision making skills. You see what I'm saying? So we got to understand, like, we need to kind of speak on facts, because this information right here is supposed to elevate us, y'all. We're not supposed to be working. Y'all know how many people are living behind the mask? And I'm gonna get back to the rights, but you need to understand this information, because the life that you live right now, family, y'all, it's not real. I hope some of y'all understand that. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Somebody's about to go live a non-real life. It's not real. It's not real at all. Me setting that alarm clock, it's not real. Me waking up early, putting my clothes on to go to work, it's not real. Me being at work, looking at the clock, when lunch, it's not real. It's a fairy tale world. No one is keeping tabs on that. It's not real. Because as soon as you remove yourself out of that non-real world, guess what? Somebody's going to replace you. That's why I'm saying, like, get out of there. It ain't real, family. You looking at your clock, I got a 30-minute lunch break. Do y'all know some people only have watches so they can be on time for work? If y'all not knows, and again, I'm not here to talk junk about anybody, teachers on. One reason I don't own a watch. Okay? I could buy 50 watches. I don't own a watch because it's like a phobia thing to me. I don't want no clock on me. I don't want no time on me. Okay, like at all. And again, I know it's just, I might get one when I get older, have a nice, but it's something about, I don't like clock. Only clock I want to see is on my phone. I don't like having I really was like crazy a little bit. I tricked myself to get out of the work life. Like, I don't want to be around no little clocks. I don't want to be on no clock. I don't like calendars. All right. And again, to each his own. Okay. But that life is not real, family, at all. It's not real. You keeping those bills up, it's not real. There is no law that says you have to do that. The law right here says you have the right to contract, and they must presume that you're competent. Nah, it's about knowing the basics. And y'all, it's so much information. So many people ask me, where should I start? What's the best place to start? Y'all, I don't know where I started. People be asking me, where did you start? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on when I started. It was just so much information. Like, oh, damn. Oh, yo, it wasn't a starting point. The starting point is just receiving information and reading. That's the starting point. It really wasn't like that. And again, it really just now hit me. Like, I be trying to give people a starting point. Okay, but no, it's not really a starting point. Okay, for the folks that I have given a starting point to, that's just been over the collective information I've been able to collect, the resources. Okay, so it's but I don't really have, like, I didn't even know nothing about this information. You see what I'm saying? Like, my sister boyfriend was telling me to watch, the different Truck and Hustle podcast. And that's when I seen, the Bureau Bullies on there. But yeah, I wasn't looking for this information. But I was looking for something. I can definitely say that. All right. The reason why I don't know where I started, because there was no title saying, hey, endorse bills. Nobody was endorsing bills when I was a beginner. Nobody was talking about transferring principals balances. Nobody was talking about that. The only guy that I seen talking about bill of exchanges was Brother Isaiah. And he's over the People's Remedy. All right. But outside of him, nobody was. And I didn't see him till like later on. All right. But nobody I started with was talking about specific. Hey, boom. It was it was about USCs and UCCs. But there was no, hey, start here. Like, no, it was, hey, you need to understand the UCCs. Hey, you need to understand the USCs. Hey, you need to understand that there are two totally different things. You cannot use them at the same time. That's how we came in. Like, it was no starting point, y'all. It was no, and damn, and now I think about it now, it wasn't no process. It wasn't no process. When I started, y'all, it was nobody had a process. Everybody was just teaching fundamentals, which I think is great, but it was no process, like, none. All right, so I try to make it my duty, like, okay, let me try to piece together what I've collected on my journey, and let me try to put together a process. All right, now folks be saying, I tried your process, man. So I didn't make this stuff up. All right, but what I did do is teach folks what I use to get remedy. All right, some of the ways I've got remedy in the beginning was so much of brute force that I would never teach nobody that way. Like myself today would never teach nobody how I taught when I first started teaching people, because I didn't really have, I really wasn't reading a room. Like I wasn't understanding the responsibility that I had, because I didn't want to be a gatekeeper. So I'm like, yo, man, forget these folks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me. I'm putting batteries on people's backs, and they run through walls. And they're not properly equipped. They don't have the proper foundation. You know what I'm saying? Because I did not want to be that person say, go read. Y'all, if you follow me from the beginning, I wasn't like that. I mean, I probably was, but I wasn't like my biggest thing, read. If you ask me how to go get a car, I'm going to say read. I'm not going to give you a process. If you ask me how to go get a house, I'm going to say go read something. I'm not going to give you a process because you're not ready for the process. And I didn't know that when I first started teaching. I didn't understand. I would look at everybody saying, like, oh, yeah, you need a car, bro. Boom, 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 boom. And then folks be like, I did exactly what you said, and it didn't work. And I'm like, huh? Whoa. What do you mean you did exactly what I said? What do you mean? Don't go off my words. I thought you was going. And I was like, damn, I can't do that. Okay. So I had to take out the 1099 process. All right? Because so many people just sending 1099s in, not understanding. You know, I was getting folks saying, wait, are we supposed to be putting the U.S. Treasury in the creditor? Like, well, that's not how I did my 1099. I'm putting my principal as the lender. I'm putting the bank as the borrower because 12 U.S.C. 1431 says that the banks are the borrowers. I've never read anything that said my principal is the borrower. So why would I put my principal, my all caps name, in any borrower box that has to do with 1099s? Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not here to lead everybody. That's for damn sure. I'm only here for those that can swim. All right? Only those that can swim. Because in my opinion, I don't think everybody deserves it because, y'all, I know we ha-ha, he, okay? But to get to this side of how I see things, y'all, it took a bunch of frustrating nights. A bunch of, reading tedious, frustrating points where I don't understand this. Okay, y'all, it was so much information that was coming to me. And I did not know what part went to what part. That's why I'm so, direct with people that talk to me. Because, again, I've been there. All right? I understand the same questions y'all have. Okay? I understand the same things y'all have. When y'all ask questions like, hey, how do I go get a car? Okay? Like, I used to ask the same thing. How do I go get a car? How do I go get a house? How do I beat eviction? I remember I asked somebody to help me with my eviction I was going through because I needed some help. Because, I didn't really, when I first moved to Florida, remember, I was learning Florida laws. I'm not from Florida. Okay? So when I was in a position, I remember reaching out to somebody, asking, hey, what can I do about an eviction? Y'all know what they told me? They were like, best bet is to pack up and leave. And I'm like, what? like I'm not doing that. Okay, that's what I was told. I'm not even gonna say no names. Okay, I'm not even gonna say no names. Okay, but again, that's why I never reached out to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like because these folks out here is like, damn, I needed help. Like I'm never too proud to ask for help. But one thing he ain't gonna do is like play with me. It's quick to say, yeah, I helped him with that. I helped. You know what I'm saying? I don't be really caring about that. But it's like, if you help me, I'm gonna say you helped me. Like I've never been that person. If you help me, I'm gonna say you helped me. But then I started seeing like folks didn't want to really help. You know what I'm saying? Like saying things like just pack your stuff up and leave. I'm like, leave. And then when I beat my eviction, the same person came to me and said, man, Gush, man, you did that, man. I'm like, man, come on, man. See what I'm saying? It's like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I did better with my back against the wall. All right, I did it better when I had to figure out on my own, like reading for my own. All right, reading these documents for my own. Okay, that's how I was able to build the process, y'all. That's how I'm able to talk to folks and understand, like, hey, this is what you need to do. I know I might come off as aggressive. I might come off as, harsh. Good. Okay, good. What's wrong with that? You didn't die. Okay, I called you a loser. So what? You didn't die? Did you die? Okay, I said you was a peasant. The definition of a peasant is a farmer that leaves the fields and go work in the industries. That's the definition of a peasant. So anybody that's working in an industry, you are a peasant. I was a peasant. Okay, doesn't mean that you're a messed up individual or you're not a good person. You can be a great person. But when it comes to business, you're a peasant. And just because you're a peasant today, don't mean you have to be a peasant tomorrow. All right? Now, how do I get out of peasant status? All right, by understanding my information, by understanding my rights, understanding my basic consumer rights. Understand I have the right to be informed. I have the right to contract. I have the right to be assumed to be competent. Have you ever asked for help from the FTC, Federal Trade Commission? Yes. When is the next mentorship? I'm not sure. I might do. I'm thinking about doing a 10-person mentorship down here in Miami. All right, 10-person mentorship down here in Miami. All right, I might do that for like a 5. I might do 4 days, 4 or 5 days, 10-person mentorship. Be my first in-person mentorship. But that's what I'm thinking. My next online mentorship, I might shoot for February. I do have a court class December 1st. All right, I am going to be doing a court class so folks can understand the basics of court. I know a lot of y'all been sending out documents. You don't really understand the court side of things. All right, and I'm going to help you with that. All right, how much will the in-person be? I'm not, it's not going to be too high. All right, but it's going to be a 10-person. Now, you are going to be meeting with me in person now. 4 to 5 days in a row. All right, so so it's gonna definitely be down here in Miami. But I'll keep y'all tuned on that. But my next online class, okay, is gonna be a court class. I'm not here to give you legal advice, but I am here to give you legal awareness, lawful awareness. Okay, so think about it. Think about understanding how to endorse the bills. I know how to do all that. I know how to explain the application. But imagine get to a point where you don't know how to sue. Comment 8 if you are at the door right now and you do not know how to sue. Comment 8. If you're having a hard time with the court process, comment 8. Yeah, we can. That's what I'm saying. If we do it in Miami, we're definitely gonna be meeting at the beach. I know a lot of people ask me, do I got a step by step? I don't really like answering that. I mean, I do, but I don't really like pointing to people to a step by step because it's not about step by step. You got to learn the foundation. Those steps ain't gonna mean anything if you don't know the foundation. But yes, I do have a step by step to answer your question. All right, but just really understand I know folks that do every step point for point and don't have no remedy. Okay, and no offense to the brother asking for the step by step. I get a lot of folks that ask me that. I remember me when I was coming up, I always just ask, hey, you got a step by step, and because I didn't really understand what it really took. Okay, it's way deeper than the step-by-step. When you get to the step-by-step, that's actually knowing what's going on already. So let me just kind of, help you a little bit, all right? Yes, you want to find the step-by-step, but you got to learn the foundation, meaning what's the role of the bank? What's the role of my consumer? What is my role, all right? What's the elements of a contract? Who is interest owed to? All right, how do I go about claiming interest? What is an application? What are securities? Who has a security interest in the contract? These are questions, and again, I'm going to post this live up, but these are questions that you want to kind of understand, understand, and overstand, all right, to be able to properly do a step-by-step. All right, that's definitely what I would say. All right, but again, y'all, we're going to be in New York this weekend. I got 100 girls, 100 clips. Yes, I'm from. All right, yeah, I'm bumping that all weekend. What? All right, yeah, we there this weekend, New York. We there in New York. All right, we are in New York, family. Make sure y'all tap in. Address will be sent to everyone that's already booked the ticket. All right, where we can only hold, I think, 100 people in this building. All right, so we almost to max capacity. So if y'all are tapping in, tap in. Link is in the bio. Last day to get tickets are tomorrow, I believe. All right. I'm barely on my first class. Can't resume video. Keep starting over. I gotta fix that. You're not the only one. I'm having a lot of people having issues when they go try to replay the replay. They gotta start all over. So I'm gonna try to figure out what can we do so y'all don't have to keep on restarting. You can kind of pause, leave, come back, and resume where you left off at. Yeah. Where are the endorsement in first class? Link in bio. Link in bio. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that, y'all. My bad. I was supposed to been fixed that. I know a lot of y'all are having I know a lot of y'all having a lot of issues with that. Well, not issues, but I'm sure it's more comfortable when you can play it, pause, take your notes, go outside the screen, come back, or move that course in the middle. I get it. Ready for the mentorship. Computer, but not on your phone. You can play and pause on a computer, but not on your phone. Okay. All right, so anybody have issues with their class, make sure you shoot me a email, not a DM, an email. Shoot me an email. Can a lease agreement be endorsed? Yep. You and Brandon collab with. Oh yeah. Shout outs to Brandon. Looking forward to doing some more things with Brandon as well. All right, but yeah, y'all, I'm gonna have a court class December 1st. All right, the class link for that will be up Friday. Okay, I'm going to have a court class December 1st. All right, going over the fundamentals of court. Okay, what jurisdiction is, what is the nature of suit. All right, how to calculate damages. All right, how to put together a court case. Again, I'm not here to give you legal advice, but I am here to give you lawful awareness. Okay, so again, December 1st. All right, this class is not going to be cheap, family. This class is not going to be cheap, all right? This class is going to be $300, all right? Now, that's not much at all, but again, it's not going to be cheap than what all my other classes are, all right? So this class is going to be $300, all right? It's going to be a court class that comes with the recording, all right? Meaning you don't have to pay for the recording. It's going to come with the recording. All right, so again, if y'all want to go with that, tap in. All right, it comes with the recording. We're going to go over the court, explain the nature of suit, explain the jurisdiction, understanding the parties. All right, because I know I see a lot of people trying to sue for like 4 to 5 different things. You suing for breach of contract. You suing for security fraud. You suing for discrimination. You suing for defamation. I'm going to show you how to pick one and build. All it takes is one. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna do it for 300 because I know that's a good number. All right, I know that's a good number. All right, again, I'm not trying to. Again, I could have did this class for 1,000. I could have did this class for 500, 800. All right, but no, I'm. All right, 300 comes with the recording. All right, so it's no excuses for nobody. All right, it's no excuses for nobody. Okay. Now I ain't gonna do more. I'm gonna keep it at that 300. Now I was advised to do more than that, but it's like we're gonna do 300. All right, that comes with the recording as well. All right, so I'm gonna have that link up. I'll make a post. Y'all just stay tuned. All right, it should be up no later than Friday night. Okay, it should be up. All right, but again, I want y'all to understand we also have New York coming this weekend. All right, we're going to New York this weekend for those that can pull up. All right, it's going to be this is our first time actually coming to New York. Not my first time in New York, but our first time doing a class in New York. All right, and yeah, that will be available for those that are there. Okay, we also have the VIP that will meet on Saturday. All right, we'll meet at a lounge or a restaurant as well. You'll meet with me. All right, ask me your questions. All right, we have some meet and greet as well. All right, so again, after that, the next class I'm going to do is December 1st, which is going to be the court class. So y'all have a month to tap in with that court class. It's going to be online. All right, again, family, do not think about the price. Let me give you again what's going to come with that class. You're going to learn how to properly build a case. Okay, October 27th class is 100. Because Banker G, you confused me a little bit. My bad. This New York class is 100. All right, that's our info for the Huncho tour. Y'all know we still on tour, right? Like, meaning we going through city to city, giving this info for the Huncho, meaning $100. All right, now the court class that I do, that's going to be December 1st. That should be a Sunday. That's going to be $300. All right, so again, New York this weekend is 100. December 1st online is 300. All right. After New York, the next city we're going to be hitting is Charlotte. Charlotte, North Carolina is the next city we will hit. All right, so y'all make sure y'all see us in Charlotte. I got a lot of family in Charlotte as well, so it's gonna be a very I expect that to be a very big event. All right, so if not the biggest that we've ever had. So Charlotte is next up, y'all. We're gonna do Charlotte. I just gotta figure out the date. I'm gonna definitely do it after December. So this might be sometime in January or February. We already did Atlanta. We went to Atlanta twice. Again, we gonna double back, but we're doing Charlotte next. After that, we got to either hit somewhere Midwest or out West again. So that's how we kind of been doing it, family. Nothing really set in stone. All right, but we got New York this weekend, Charlotte after that, and we might hit somewhere like St. Louis or Las Vegas. Might do Las Vegas. All right, but yeah, y'all, those ideas, y'all make sure y'all get ready. Make sure y'all be around, get ready to be around competent people. All right, so if you ever been at any of my events, comment 8. If you've been to any of my events, comment 8, because we got some people that's never been, and they want to see what it's like, what it would feel like when you're in those rooms. What is it like seeing somebody from across the country, all right, or from another country come all the way to see the same information that you seeing? Somebody asked me, am I going to Chinatown? Big hell no. The biggest hell no ever. All right. Yeah, like-minded women, like-minded men. All right. There's a lot of people that meet each other at my events. Like, there's women that meet women that's become great friends. All right. Because you got to remember, a lot of times when we come into these events, you got to remember, you probably going to be the only one in your family, your friends that know this information. You probably came by yourself. So then you start seeing all the other people like, damn. Oh, snap, where you from, bro? Damn, New York. Damn, Seattle. What? Canada. Damn, it just make you feel good. All right. So for those that did come to my events, how did it make you feel? Yeah. How did it make you feel? Yeah, some people be trying to talk to my women and stuff. You men some slicksters. All right? You men are some slicksters. My women can't hug nobody. Okay? All right? Nobody. All right? Came to one of the events. Brothers hugging them. Like, hey. Hold on now. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be in New York this weekend. All right. Make sure y'all come, y'all. All right. I'm gonna put a suit on for sure. All right. You can dress to impress, or you can be relaxed, however you want to be. All right. Just make sure you understand, y'all. Come get this information. All right. Don't play with it. All right. I understand people love being in that environment, but understand why you came. All right. Understand why you attended the event. Remember, you're doing this for you. You're not doing this for me. You ain't doing nothing. You're not doing this for the other people in the class. You're doing this for you. You're not doing this for your kids. You're not doing this for your mom, your dad. And if that is the reason why you're doing it, I'm here to let you know you're never going to get remedy. You know why? Because you're not selfish enough. You're more focused on your kids. You're more focused on your parents. You're more focused on the people that need this information instead of you focusing on yourself. Learn as much as you can so you can be a better help to folks. All right, you can be a better help to your kids. You can be a better help to your mom, better help to your dad. You can be a better brother, be a better sister, be a better neighbor, be a better coworker or a co-owner. Okay, think about it. All right. Now, lastly, before I go, the reason why I want to talk about this because now I'm seeing what those folks went through. All right. Last thing before I go, the music, family, the music. All right. The music has been ready. Okay. Now, I didn't understand all the hurdles I was going to have to, you know me, I'm thinking, okay, I got my own distributions. I got my own production company. I got my own record label. Boom. We can start. And I'm thinking it was going to be fast. It's not. All right. So I don't even, just know it's going to be within the next 30 days, guaranteed. All right. And when I release the songs, I'm going to release them on all platforms, family. All right. I want this music to drop as bad as y'all want the music to drop. All right. But I'm learning the business. All right. Because I'm doing everything as the owner. All right. I'm not coming in as like an artist, like signing with my, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to be Birdman. Okay. All right. Minus the weird stuff. All right. I'm trying to be P. Diddy. Minus the weird stuff. I'm trying to be like Dr. Dre, mine's weird stuff. I'm trying to be like who else? Yeah, them. Yeah. I'm trying to build my whole the correct way. Master P. Oh my God, that's what I was trying to think of, man. Appreciate you, man. Oh my God, I'm trying to be like Master P. Dame Dash, like yeah, for real. Okay. All right. So I want to make sure everything is right. And I apologize that it's slowed down. The music hasn't been there. All right. I know I've been teasing y'all for the last 2 years. Okay. But it will be here in the next 30 days. I got y'all. All right. Just know in the meantime, just focus on the information, get these classes, get this information because this music is going to hit way harder when you have remedy. And I'm gearing this music for y'all, not folks that don't know what we talking about. My music is segregation. It's segregation music. My music is for the informed. My music isn't for the uninformed. The uninformed isn't going to be understanding what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Y'all going to know what I'm talking about. Talking about transferring interest. Zeroing out balances. Okay, moving like the principal. Y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. But other people ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. All right, it's gonna be a couple of years before they like, oh, damn, I didn't know damn, what? Turn a bill into a check. That's what he was talking about. I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought you were talking about all his bills, his checks, because, he got the money to pay on. I already know they're not gonna understand what's going on. I already know. All right, so yeah, that's coming, y'all. Please be patient. I apologize, y'all. Please be patient. All right, I got some music videos that's gonna drop as well. All right, just know I got a lot of product. Okay. All right, it's coming, y'all. Just stay patient. It's coming. All right, but until then, make sure y'all get these classes. Make sure y'all get informed because forget the music, forget me. It's all about you, family. You get selfish. All right, the less you know, the more you're going to pay. The more you know, the less you pay. Okay? So imagine knowing exactly what you need to know. You ain't going to pay anything. All right, so with that being said, y'all, peace and love. I'm going to see y'all this weekend for those who come to New York. All right, for those that's not going to be in New York, I still want y'all to know, stay informed, stay reading. No matter if you have any money to buy a class, you can still read for free. Start from my page from the top, work your way to the bottom. I know you probably going to have to kind of swipe through, but I have hour-long lives just like this, breaking this information down, and it's free. So again, you don't gotta pay the fee, but you still gotta pay attention, if that makes sense. All right, y'all. Peace and love.